For fun, I'm looking over four-leaf clover. For Shasta is made for fun. That works. Hey y'all all right over there? I want to talk about some things that's on my mind. This woman, her name is Proverbs 31. Y'all call her that. Sometimes y'all call her Virtuous woman. She got so many names, but today I want to find out. Hey, do you fit the profile? Do you fit that profile? You don't? Oh. Hello, everybody. Sirwalterj Jones show. Boop. I'm here. It is the evening edition. I waka woo-wee, taking a swim, baby. How y'all is? Come on in. Water's fine down there, Texas. All my exes live in Texas. Denise, good to see you. Carolyn Keys, good to see you. Hope for the world today. Blessed to you, Eleanor, and a whole bunch of y'all coming in here. It's just popping in. Ladies, virtuous woman. 36 seconds late. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, Tam. That's pretty good. All right, let's talk about this virtuous woman because who is she, and do y'all fit the profile? Huh, Ramsey? Where you been? Ramsey, you all right? Where you been? I missed it at you. Huh? Good to see y'all. Do y'all fit this? Now, I'm going to look into my books here. I got this book right here. This is the African Study Bible right here. And then I got the King James over here. And then I've got this great other Bible here called the For Women That Men Desire. And then, okay, so I'm gonna find everything I can about this woman to see. Does that fit you? Joyce, we are now new Facebook friends. Michigan, loving the new time. Thank you. I'm loving the new time too. I get a chance to go to bed early, Joyce. I get a chance to go to bed early. Good to have you. Always good to have you. Flora, my dear big sister down in Florida. Yeah, she said you called me. Okay, listen to what my Bible says. My Bible says, all right, my head cutting off y'all, huh? All right, there you go. I had to let my seat down. Show is warm down here in the Caribbean. Y'all like, where in the Caribbean? It doesn't matter. It's just water back there. I smell pine saw. Say here, women let me go up here. Now, it opens up with this King Lemuel. Who is he? Huh? Who is he? Proverbs 31 is introduced as sayings from this king. Now, the rabbis thought that this was the poetic name for Solomon. That's what they thought. Some of them today still think this. This ain't him. It don't fit him. Get to see it, Karen Bell. And others have thought the king was a descendant of Ishmael. Whoever he was, in the ancient world, women were typically seen as having limited social standings and limited capabilities. Y'all was just a piece of meat in some areas of the world. You just was property. There's that chick over there. Let me just look at one of the kings, one of the sons of Jacob. Who was that? Judah. Jesus' great grandfather. He was nasty. His daughter Tamar played the harlot, and he saw her at the gate, and he said, "Hey, how much?" I said, Judah, man, you nasty. Your boys, God killed your first son, then he killed your second son because he didn't want to sperm inside his brother's wife. So God killed him, and then you out here picking a prostitute. Jesus' family was jacked up. So there's hope for y'all. Women were seen as insignificant in some areas, and this king wanted to express a different message. This King Lemuel wanted to express a different message about women. Pause. Yeah, Moses gave a divorce, a writ of divorce. He allowed it for the men to divorce their wives. Why? It was to protect the woman. Y'all don't realize that. God took pride in making that woman. Put that man to sleep. Pulled her out of his side. Woven man. Adam woke up and said, woof, whoa, man. Whoa. That's how bad she was. God made her perfect. She's beautifully and wonderfully made. You know what I'm saying? And King Lemuel wanted to dispel all of the ways the women were treated during this territory, this time. Says, listen, let me tell you about this woman, because without her, you just a neck. I mean a head. You just a head. You ever seen a man with no neck? How y'all doing? Y'all all right? Y'all all right? Hey man, why you always got to turn your whole body when you look at people behind you? Huh? What you talking about? I don't turn my whole body. Yeah, dude, you turn your whole body. Where your neck at? Huh? I got a neck. What you talking about? Yeah, bruh, turn your head like that. Yeah, when you turn your head like that, that's why women do this when they getting sassy. That's why y'all do this, because y'all trying to prove the neck. Y'all trying to prove how much neck muscles y'all got. Yes, the woman is the neck that turns that head. Baby, can I? Go ahead. Can I go outside? Go ahead, baby. Can I hang out with the boys? Go ahead, baby. Can I turn the channel, Chavin? Go ahead, baby. You know what I'm saying? He know what's good for him. King Lemuel was smart, all right? And this king wanted to express a different message. This beautiful poem reminds Israel that God's vision was for women to have great honor and dignity. They are more precious than any other treasure. God even said through the epistles that he made her a weaker vessel. That weaker vessel didn't mean she was just so weak and feeble in the mindset, but she was weaker in the body set. You understand? Men should not be putting women on front lines. That's why I never did like to see women in military and on the police force. Now we have progressed to where we get used to seeing it now. I still believe that a woman should be in a protective position, not out in the front line, trying to protect the world. I don't like it. I don't like it. Write me some letters tomorrow, okay? But I don't like to see women on the front line of things. She should be protected. That doesn't take away from her. Why? Because she's a weaker vessel. She was not built to do strenuous, strong things with her body. When I see you women who are bodybuilders, y'all look horrible. You look jacked up. I'm sorry. I just can't see my woman with all the muscles, and just Arnold Schwarzenegger and all that stuff, okay? I can't do it. But she is weak and delicate and precious. That's what the weaker vessel is. And when he was making that connection, he was trying to tell you, as King Lemuel is saying, that the woman should be a prized possession. She is a precious, expensive vase. When you go into a house, then that vase is not on the floor. Somebody could step on it or bump it and it can break. So you put the vase up on the shelf. Understand? She is a prized piece where she is encased sometimes in glass, because you're not to touch her. She is the china that mama only brings out on Christmas and Thanksgiving. My parents bought china and a silverware case that we could not touch, and it sat in the glass. It sat in our glass china cabinet. And we could not wait for Thanksgiving, not so much for the food, but we could not wait for mama to take the key and open up that china cabinet. And then she pulled out that big case and sat it there gently on the table. And then she took another key and opened that up. And then, woo! You saw all of that beautiful gold and silver just brighten up the room. You don't touch that every day. You open it twice a year. That's it. And then she handled it really nice. And then she went back in there and pulled out all that beautiful china. That's the woman. That's what he's saying here. She's a treasure to behold. Good to see you, Creasy. All right. So he says, now what this is Proverbs 31 is an acrostic poem. Can somebody tell me in the comment section what is an acrostic poem? Can somebody tell me what that is? Tabitha, good to see you. Well, if that is to remain our posture, then the protectors need to be more evident out here. I can. She said she came in starting stuff. Yeah, Tabitha Johnson. I love her. The Lord blessed me. My best friend was her brother. The Lord took him home a few years ago, but he was my dorm mate down there at Bethune-Cookman College. I miss him dearly. Every now and then I get a little teary-eyed. But you're right. But then again, I'm sorry. I don't care what men are doing. I don't want the women on the front line. Now, I'm talking about the nurses and the doctors, stuff like that. That's different. That doesn't take brute strength. That does take compassion, though. And that's something that women do have. You all were born with it. You understand? The king's name is pronounced Lemuel. Yes, Lemuel. I like to say Lemuel. Okay? Now, it is an acrostic poem. And you ain't tell me what that was, Michelle Carter. I didn't ask you about Lemuel's name. Wasn't an acrostic poem. I would help to clean the silverware that we only use at Thanksgiving. You did Donald Talley. He understand. He was there. He was there. A poem that describes what? What, Karen? You didn't finish writing. You hit that button and didn't finish writing. All right. Let's talk about this acrostic poem and what it is, because in some cases, if you I don't have artwork here. BW drew me some beautiful paintings here, and there is her signature is on the painting. An acrostic poem in many cases would have the poet's name in the acrostic poem itself. Yes. Letters at the beginning. Yes. That's it, Keys. Yes. I believe it's every first letter of each verse means something, but I can't remember what it means. Yeah. Tam, I'm glad you're early for class. you bop there. Okay. Let's go here to see what this thing says here. All right. Yes. Hebrew poem using their alphabet as it allocates each line. Yes. To coincide with the thought of the meaning. That's it, Amber. And notice that you can't do an acrostic poem in English when you're doing the Bible. You could try, but good luck. you got to read it in Hebrew in order to understand that it is. That's why people don't know it's a poem, because it's not written in acrostic formalities. All right. The first letter of each line of the poem spells out a word. There you go. Y'all are correct. Or form of writing in which the first letter or syllable or word of each line or paragraph or other recurring feature in the text spells out a word. Yes, message or the alphabet. The word comes from the French word that they're bringing up here, and then there's a Latin word there, and I'm not going to say what those words are. I just don't feel like figuring it out. As a form of constrained writing, an acrostic can be used as a mnemonic device to aid memory retrieval. You understand? So relatively simply, acrostics may merely spell out the letters of the alphabet in order, such as an acrostic may be called an alphabetical acrostic. All right. These acrostics occur in the first 4 of the 5 chapters that make up the book of Lamentations. This is where we first started to see it in Lamentations. And it's also in, of course, Proverbs 31, but it's also in Psalms 25. It's in Psalms 37. It's in Psalms 34. It's in Psalms 111. It's in Psalms 112. It's in Psalms 119. It's in Psalms 145 of the Hebrew Bible. Notable classics among the acrostic psalms is that long one, which is 119. which typically is printed in subsections named after the 22 letters of the Hebrew alphabet. Did y'all not know that? Yes. So the alphabet of the Hebrew language is Psalms 119. 22 letters, each section consisting of 8 verses, each of which began with the same letter of the alphabet, and the entire psalm consists of 22 times 8, which makes it 176 verses. Calculated, y'all. It's calculated. All right. Okay, so that's what's going on here. There's not more that I need to waste your time over with this acrostic thing, but that's just a little tidbit for those of you who didn't know that. Akin to how the Americans use mnemonic system for memory and retrieval. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay, so that's what they're saying. So my book says it's an acrostic poem celebrating the noble woman. Each line begins, yes, yes. We got that. The author uses this form to communicate the complete word on the characteristic of a noble woman. It is complete. The complete word. All right. It's like an evergreen. It's done. All right. This noble woman has moved beyond her expected influence. A wife typically responsibilities would be the household. And this noble woman does tend to those needs. So she does take care of the house. But this one here, this one right here, yeah. In Proverbs 31, the noble woman also purchases land. Plants vineyards. Wove clothing that she sold in the marketplace. Even though the noble woman performed actions that might be associated with men, she was not condemned. Rather, she brought her husband honor in the city gates, and the wealth she generated brought him respect and influence. She did not misuse her power or position, but she looked after the poor and the needy around her. And she was a woman who truly personified the fear of the Lord and the wisdom of the book of Proverbs. She personified it. You understand what I mean? Which is very important, because the writer of Proverbs, Solomon especially, said, listen, my son, adhere to these words. The book of Proverbs is to the young man. That's what it is. It's to the young man. And I'm glad King Lemuel, Michelle, decided to bring this out, okay, because as men are reading through the Proverbs, you notice how the writer kept alluding to watch out for these nasty women, the winking women who bats her eyes. Watch out for the woman who lures you in when the husband is at work. Watch out for this woman, that woman there, this prostitute woman, okay? Notice how they keep depleting and deleting and demeaning the women in the words. So Proverbs ending this way is absolutely brilliant, because this is the mama of the king saying, listen, matter of fact, we'll read this in a minute. All right. Now, someone I was talking to was talking about how today some of you women how do I say? I was having this conversation with a woman, and she was talking about a couple of subjects, and she was talking about how women tend to feel like they need to compete with their men. Are y'all doing that? Are y'all competing with y'all's man? I mean, like in everything. I mean, you shouldn't have to compete with a man's intelligence. You shouldn't. That's why I in my book I talk about the relationship between Edith Bunker and Archie, on how without her, Archie would just be a mess. He wouldn't have anything without her. But she made him feel like it's because of the decisions that he made is reason why things are going so great at home, because she made him She empowered him in a sense. Now he understand the opposite. He knew because when she got sick, he realized, I can't do this without you, Edith. I can't. I need you, Edith. Okay. Prior to her getting sick, you saw this man, this with the fluffing of the feathers, and Edith, get my beer. All right, Edith, stifle yourself. Edith, you're a dingbat, and all this stuff. Okay, he just was the king of his castle and all these things until Edith was gone, and then he realized, oh man, I ain't nothing without that woman. Y'all understand? So we were talking, and we were talking about how women tend to want to have one up over on her man. I taught the Proverbs woman to my sons when they started going through puberty. That's good. That's good. So she says women are inundated with women's lib, reaching beyond glass ceilings and doing any and everything that they think a man could do. That's why I said I don't like them on the front line. I don't like y'all on the front line. I don't like y'all. I want to protect you. Why can't I protect you, Tabitha? Huh? I have the benefit of age and wisdom on my side in those areas, she says, and understanding how the real world works. If the black woman specifically is not confident in herself and her abilities, she will always compete with the black man. And there will be no unity or equality in the relationship. And that's what's killing black relationships today and out of the church, she's saying, which is true because many of you African American women jumped on the bandwagon of the white woman who was trying to get her independence from her white husband. So y'all started joining the women's suffrage and liberalities and feminism and all this stuff and burning your bras. And black families didn't really have that problem. The black woman didn't want to get free. What do you call that when children want to be free of their parents? So they get a thingy, and then what do you call that? Black women, that wasn't their problem. That was the white woman's problem. Shoot, I want to be protected. Yeah. What do y'all call that thing? All right. And then we started talking about the wearing of the wigs. Y'all excuse the microphone. It's going to go in and out every now and then. The wearing of the wigs. I ain't against wig wearing. All right. But there is an identity crisis going on. Thank you, Shamika Bronson. Emancipation. You know, the women not necessarily want to be emancipated from their husbands. They do now, but back then during Black Wall Street, nah, we were good. Okay, so she says I had never heard of wearing a wig until I got saved and joined the locals, speaking in tongues, dancing down the aisles, going to church every night of the week, Church of God in Christ. After I got past the fact that I was saved and in a new world, I couldn't help but notice that every woman in our church had a wig on her head. And when I asked about it, I was simply told because a woman's hair is her glory. And right after that, I ran out and bought the biggest wig I could find. And even though I had a full head of hair, I was given the impression that regardless of what I had on my head, it was not enough, and that I would not be able to withstand the rigors of Pentecostalism without a wig. This is funny, y'all. It was hilarious, okay? She says, there was no time for blow dryers, conditioners, conditioning treatments, and the curl applicators that I was used to because it was church time. I pulled on my wig, like many other women, like it was a hat, grabbed my Bible, and hit the streets leading to the church. Many women got stuck in that trick bag, and these are the results: worn out hairlines and the scarring and debilitating effects of alopecia. Y'all saw the meme I put up where I said that when you mistreat men, God pull your edges back. Right. So what is this identity crisis that my sisters are having amongst the brethren and sisterin? Okay, we should be together. I'm not down with feminism. It's evil. Women see details. Yeah, she says evil. Yeah, the traditions of men. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And these traditions cause some problems. I'm going to read from my book and I'm going to show you where there's some issues, ladies, when y'all feel that you got to always put that thing on your head. Okay? When you go to sleep with that thing on your head and you sleep like this. Okay? Because you just got it done and you just paid a couple $100 to get it done. All right? And he tapping you on the shoulder. Bae. Bae. Babe. You woke. You start trying to snore because you don't want to mess up your hair because y'all sex is rough. He don't know how to have kind and unviolent sex. It's just he's a sex king in the bed. And from I don't know how long your hair is, but from here on up, be careful. All right, he can do whatever he wants to from here on down, but from here on, be careful. Be careful. Don't touch. Babe, but you gonna sleep like this all night? Yeah. Why? I just got my head there. Yeah, it's just too much. Now every now and then, go ahead, brothers. But brothers, if you see them doing this almost every week, you got 2 women in your house. You sleeping with 2 women. That's a menage a trois. Yeah. She brought hair store-bought hair. Is that work when y'all unless you yeah I see that. I see where you're going. No man can talk about a woman's hair, her weight, her age on any show without there be some kind of fight back. Okay? Yeah. The saying is never touch your sister's hair. Shamika. Don't do it. Brothers, don't do it. Don't do it. I don't care how ready she is in the bed. She gonna wrap that thing up in something. Okay? So let's read this thing because it's important that y'all understand what this king is saying. The sayings of King Lemuel contain this message, which his mother taught him. Notice it didn't say his father taught him. Now, Solomon quoted from his father. King Lemuel quoted from his mama. There's a reason behind this. As a matter of fact, let me see if it's in here. Let me see if my Bible in the footnotes in the bottom here say anything about that. It says here that the description of this virtuous woman is a continuation of the thoughts of Lemuel's mother is much more likely than that it's about or by Bathsheba, Solomon's own mother. Neither Solomon nor Bathsheba would have been likely to write this. I agree. After the foul murder of her first husband, Uriah. Totally agree. So this is not Solomon. Neither is this Solomon's mom, Bathsheba. It ain't. So you Hebrew priests, I'm sorry. It don't fit them. Or if they did write this, hypocrites. Hypocrites. When we get to verse 11. Okay, women, don't look at me funny. Honey, pull mine. These ladies need to get out of here with that foolishness. Yeah. Oh my God, she said. Kamisha said not necessarily true for everyone. Which area are you talking about? You talking about with the hair? You talking about with the hair? Because that is true. I will say that is true. Oh boy, but there's so many of them. They don't want you to touch that hair, not realizing it's the head that men are equally attracted to. All right, man. I haven't done a romance in the park in a while, so I may have to do that. All right, bring that back because y'all don't understand. Yes, you guys are putting so much focus and emphasis on your face and your hair. That turns him on for about 5 minutes. You understand what I'm saying? He's excited for about 5 minutes. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. It's Monday, so we can do this. We on the beach. It's all right. Let's go raw. Okay? You guys went down there to Victoria and her secrets. Okay? And you bought a string outfit. Just a string. Okay? All right? Satin. Or I don't know. Sure it wasn't polyester, because if it was polyester, I'm sorry. Don't invite him over. Okay? Now we talking about marriage here, y'all. We're talking about marriage, all right? So y'all put on your secret, and he's excited for 5 minutes. Or you responding to Belinda. He was excited for 5 minutes. Why? I don't even know if it's even gonna go for 5 minutes unless you got a good talk game. Now he don't want a whole lot of talking, but if you're gonna talk, your game better be sound. It better be, you better be praising and worshiping him. You better be lifting him up in the sanctuary if you're gonna talk. Understand? But if you're gonna put on an outfit, it's only gonna last for a few, unless the outfit is designed in such a way that during the intercourse it can stay on, because men are always fantasizing. We need light because we need to see what we're fantasizing about. That's why men like light and women don't really like light. Understand? Y'all understand? I just helped at least 2,000 of y'all out there. Men like a little light. They need to see their fantasy. You guys are imaginative. So you don't really have to see nothing. So y'all gonna have sex in the dark. We need to have a flicker somewhere where we can see what we're doing, because we are the lion in the forest. We need to see the meat that we're eating. You understand? That's the nature of a man, and you either gonna deal with it or not. And if you didn't realize that, I'm sorry. I just helped you. So that lingerie that you got on is okay temporarily, but it needs to have a holes in it strategically. The designer needs to have strategic holes in it for easy access. This too much for y'all? Huh? Florida, did you go to bed? Because you said here, you ain't said nothing since. If you look like a total different person when you take off and makeup, you're doing too much. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. I wore rollers through the days so that hair was. Oh, no, not the rollers. No, not the rollers. Please, y'all, leave the lights on. Leave it on. That's why I sleep in the buff. Yeah, I've spent thousands of years. What? I realized he likes TMI, creasy? TMI. So do we women wear the lioness? We need that light to. We're lioness. Now y'all turn the lights out. Down said that's why we looking in the dressing mirror. Come on, man. I'm trying to help y'all out. Y'all go listen. You couples. You know, you even when you go to a hotel, the woman walk in that room and she want to see what the bed looks like. Okay, that's fine. And she go in the bathroom, want to make sure all of the amenities are there. You know what a man do when he walk into a hotel room? He looking at the walls. Y'all know why he looking for what he looking for on the wall? He might look at the ceiling. Guess what he looking for, y'all? I'm trying to help y'all. I'm trying to keep y'all's relationship together. What are you looking for? He can't do anything with that hair. It's your stank attitude regarding your hair. Your look and don't touch mentality that men can't seem to get women to understand. You mean controlling and pain in the butt with your high maintenance. Why don't you tell us what you really mean? Tell us how you really feel, Amber. He didn't see the rollers. Yeah. What, Eleanor? There it is. There it is, Eleanor. Eleanor said it. The sound. Okay, that's number 2. That's number two. He looking for the mirror. Yep, we have our things to which I hope you talk about one day. Brothers, please shower before you come. Yeah, that's next week. Okay, y'all know I always do the juxtaposition the following week. He looking for a mirror, and that mirror needs to be as close to the bed as possible. Understand? If the mirror is not close to the bed, then y'all's knees. I'm hoping you've been working out for a little while, because you're gonna be walking around that room. Y'all understand what I'm saying? The kids are in the bed, right? Man walks in the room, he looks for the mirror. If the mirror is too far away from the bed, you need to be walking. Or you will be walking, or he will be carrying you. You understand? To that mirror before the night is out. You need to know that. Ladies, if you realize that, then you would call down to the room service and say, y'all got a portable? A portable what? A portable bed? No, not a portable bed. We need a mirror. But, ma'am, there's mirrors. There's a mirror right there behind the TV. What? No, man, the TV's over there in the corner. Okay, but lady, there's a mirror in the bathroom. No, I'm sorry. No, we need a portable mirror. Yeah, he likes to watch. Yes, and soundproof is important because it gets noisy. And some beds rock and or roll. All right, and some women have great vocal cords. The kids in the bed, right? Y'all did say that, right? Because I lost floor stick gone. I'm looking for every place to be clean and sanitized. Michelle, go ahead, girl. Y'all need to stay out of the Motel 6. I'm not saying that the uppity six-star hotels are not clean. Are clean, but I'm just letting y'all know you gotta stay out them Rush motels. Yeah, full view. Come on, fellas, full view. I need full view. RR speaking. What do you say? Keep your clothes on and relax. Allow me to your mind to find your wisdom, your soul. To the wee. That He set the record straight. That's in the Bible. In the Word of God. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Yeah. The more noise, the better. Yeah. Hey, you know what I'm saying? So y'all trying to help y'all's relationship out, and y'all don't want to understand what I'm saying, huh? What we talking about? And that you might want to go sit in the corner and pay attention, because this might be too much for a 15-year-old. You're not 15 now, you Annette. Okay. Now I understand why neither marriage worked for me. Nobody told me. All right. So hey, listen. 3 times a charmer, maybe. Let's go. So the sayings of King Lemuel contain this message, which his mother taught him. O my son, O son of my womb, O son of my vows, do not waste your strength on women, on those who ruin kings. Don't waste your time on the women who ruins kings. You brothers, y'all are priests. You're kings. Don't waste your time with them. This is a woman talking. Understand? So I'll allow it. It is not for kings, O King Lemuel, to guzzle wine. All right. Rulers should not crave alcohol, for if they drink, they may forget the law and not give justice to the oppressed. Alcohol is for the dying, and wine for those in bitter distress. Y'all are drinking your sorrows away. Let them drink to forget their poverty and remember their troubles no more. Just drink it away. Hey, all right, I'm doing all right now until it runs out. This conversation is for the grown and sex. Patricia, come on. She says, speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves. Ensure justice for those being crushed. Yes, speak up for the poor and the helpless and see that they get justice. I love the intro, the opening of this salutation in Latin. Okay, I love it because she was preparing him for what she's getting ready to say in verse 10. Who can find a virtuous and capable wife? Is what it says here. Who can find a virtuous and capable wife? She is more precious than rubies. Her husband can trust her, and she will greatly enrich his life. She brings him good, not harm, not just a few days, not just on the anniversaries, not for 10 years and then you're out. She brings him good and not harm all the days of her life. That's what it says here. Her life. He says she finds wool. Now he's getting ready to describe some of the things, some of her qualifications. He's getting ready to describe her. He's reading from her resume. What are you good at? What are your pros and cons? What are the things that we should consider you as we're getting ready to, we're looking for someone to hire for this company. And it says she finds wool and flax. She's busily spins it. Now, we would not have said that today because you guys are not like my mom of old where my mother sewed our clothes. We didn't have to go to the store and buy clothes for Easter and Christmas and all this stuff. My mother sewed our clothes, sewed our suits. She sewed 3-piece suits and our socks. If she could have made the shoes, she would have made the shoes. Understand? So this woman did these things. And she is like a merchant's ship bringing her food from afar. She gets up before the dawn. This woman here is good she probably have a what do you call that piece of paper? I'm sure you people got missionary licenses and you don't have a passport. I'm a missionary. I'm the missionary of the Church of God in Christ. Worldwide missions. You got a passport? No, I don't have one. How'd you get one of them? She brings her food from afar. Understand? She understands what exporting and importing is. She gets up before dawn to prepare breakfast for her household and plan the day's work for her servant girls. Apparently, this is not a poor woman. She's got servant girls. This is a businesswoman. And she wakes up early in the morning to prepare her household for this. Y'all, this is my mom. She woke up early. Yeah. Okay, let's continue. She goes to inspect a field and buys it. This girl is an entrepreneur. She finds a field. She's a landowner. All right. She knows how to barter. With her earnings, she plants a vineyard. She is energetic and strong, a hard worker. She makes sure her dealings are profitable. She knows how to wheel and deal. She's probably a shrewd businesswoman. All right. Her lamp burns late into the night. That means she works overtime, y'all. She don't just work by the clock. When I was in corporate America working for a CPA firm, we did not work by the clock. So the only one who worked by the clock was the secretary at the front door. When it was 5 o'clock, she was out of there. But we accountants stayed there until the folder was done. You understand? You work by the project, my boss told me. You work by the project. Finish the project that you own, because then even if it take you 2 more hours after 5 o'clock, finish that project, because when you go home, you refresh your mind and you come back, that project is done. That folder is in the bin on its way to the customer or the client, and you can start afresh on a new project. Don't work by the clock. And I learned that it helped me in life. It helped me in the real world as I was dealing with life myself and then starting my own businesses. I understood that you don't work by the clock. You work by the project. Now, there's some some rules you can break there, depending on the situation and the project. If you find yourself going into 2 and 3 in the morning, that's a different story. All right, but you finish it and get your mind refreshed. All right, so don't put off for tomorrow what you can do today, is the old adage. Her hands are busy spinning thread, her fingers twisting fiber. She extends a helping hand to the poor. Ladies, come on now. If you're not giving to the poor, I'm not sure whose God you're serving. And opens her arms to the needy. She has no fear of winter for her household, for everyone has warm clothes. If you're not acting like the ant, thou sluggard, then you're not nearwhere close to the virtuous woman, whose my mother always had a lot of linen, a lot of sheets, a lot of blankets, a lot of quilts, a lot of pillows, extra stuff. Why? It wasn't just for her children and her husband, but it was for people who may stop in unexpected. I come from a very large family. The Joneses, we don't die, we multiply. And every now and then somebody's coming through town and they stop at Albany Avenue and they need a place to stay for the night because they don't need to go to the hotel. My father says, stay here. And my mother will go down there in the basement. She'd go in the pantry or wherever. She kept her all them thick sheets and pillowcases, all that stuff, because she was preparing it for the guests. It was always ready and clean and ready. And we had to move out of our beds, of course. We had a small place, but I tell you, the hospitality was there. There was always extra food in the house just in case somebody stopped by. You understand? So this is what this woman did. She makes her own bedspreads. She dresses in fine linen and purple gowns. Y'all, this is purple. Purple is not a cheap color. Back in that time, purple, it took different colors to make purple. All right, I'll talk about that in my book. Her husband is well known at the city gates where he sits with the other civic leaders. He's well known, so she married a man who's well known, or she made him well known. Oh, this is messing me up. Remember the guy with the no neck? Hey, what y'all doing over there? Huh? I ain't turning my whole body. All right? No, this is the husband. He got all this protruding. That's his wife. And he walks in the office. Hello, Mr. Jones. 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 Yeah. How's the wife? How's the wife? Oh, they know the wife. They know the woman. They understand. When he walks in there, she walks in there. Her husband is well known. She makes belted linen garments and sashes to sell to the merchants. This girl got a Facebook account, a fan page, a business page. She's got a YouTube page, an Amazon page, FBA. She got a brick and mortar. All right. She is clothed with strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of the future. The pandemic came, and news of coronavirus and COVID-19, and she started to laugh in the face of an epidemic. She just started laughing. Ha! Really? I put my stuff away. I've got investments in bitcoins, and I've got gold and silver stashed up. I got a 401k plan. I've got a certificate of deposit. I got money in the stock market. I've got foreign exchange. All right, because she's got a passport. All right, so she laughs without fear of the future. And when she speaks, her words are wise. And she gives instructions with kindness. She knows how to tell you to shut up without saying, shut up. That's the woman that I surround myself with. I like that woman. That was my mom. Always soft-spoken, always kind, always caring, even when she was trying to correct you. Kindness. She carefully watches everything in her household and suffers nothing from laziness. She's careful. She knows everything in her house, where it is. She's taken good inventory, and she knows when one thing is missing. She knows when you moved it, because she built that house. Her children stand and bless her. All right. When my mother when my mother passed, one of the things that the people kept saying was how my mother's children, especially the sons, honored their mother. How much we honored her. Her children stand and bless her. We blessed my mother. She didn't have a need for anything. Her husband praises her. My father has always praised my mother in public, not just at home. He let everybody know, and every woman who tried to work up on my father, he let them all know, Mrs. Jones is right here. Here's my girlfriend right here. Talk to her. There are many virtuous and capable women in the world. There's a whole bunch of them out there. But this woman right here, she surpasses them all. Then he ends it cleverly. He says, charm is deceptive. Y'all just want to be so charming, don't you? It's deceptive. I can see right through you. He says, and beauty does not last. Go ahead, spend 3 hours in the mirror trying to get your face together. I got to put on my face. And go ahead and put that hat on your head, the wig, right? It doesn't last. But a woman who fears the Lord will be greatly praised. Reward for, he says, reward her for all she has done. Give her what she's worth. Reward her. She's due benevolence. Let her deeds publicly, not quietly, not just at home, but let her deeds publicly declare her praise. Let her deeds publicly declare her praise. I know too many pastors who never mention their wives. Why was I singing that? See, because we're from the same house. I don't know. I know too many pastors who don't like their wives at all. He don't even recognize her in church no more. He don't praise her no more. And it might be warranted. It might be justified because maybe what she's doing at home or the lack thereof. But I be seeing this, y'all. Something's going on in the household of faith. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. But here's what my book say. Turn to page 109 as I wrap this up. I said here, I was talking about this woman. Now, y'all know about girl A, girl B, girl C, girl D. Y'all know about Lola, Bella, and Phoebe, and Lilith. Y'all know about those girls, right? But there's this one girl that men feel is the perfect woman. She's a beautiful woman to him in every way. She's called the girl C7. So I talk about C7 at the end of the chapter. Okay? Why do you these sayings? I'll lasso the moon for you. One episode of All in the Family entitled Black is the Color of My True Love's Wig. Some of you remember this episode. Gloria, played by Sally Struthers. Sally Struthers comes home from work with a dark wig on. Do y'all remember that? And it excites her husband, Mike Stivic, played by Rob Reiner. Good to see you, Bears Bolton. Saw your wedding pictures, man. Y'all look amazing. He couldn't keep his hands off of her until she took the wig off. When they went to bed, he asked if she would put the wig back on. And it finally occurred to her that the wig made Mike feel like he was with another woman. Y'all remember that episode? Every time she put that wig on, ooh, baby, yeah, ooh, and he just started lusting after his wife. He just drooling at the mouth. And then when they went to bed, they took off their clothes. She put on her nightgowns, and he put on whatever he sleeps in. And then she took her rig off and put it on the night table. And then she went to hug him. He was like, babe, put that wig back on. She's like, no, I just want to, no, babe, put the wig back on. And then she says, I get it now. You want to make love to your wife and cheat on her at the same time is what she said. Yeah. So she was turned off by this. Sure, I believe that a woman should change her look every now and then to spice up the relationship. But if you don't, are you still attractive? If you don't do this, are you still attractive? If the answer is no, and you're not C7. Yeah, she should have told him to take the teeth out. Patricia, boy, you see, this show is over, Patricia. Girl 7, C7 is comparable to Proverbs 31. All right. This woman is priceless, and her husband has put his trust in her, for she greatly enriches his life. This woman, like girl C, means him only good, and she will remain faithful to him for the rest of her life. She gets up early, before the break of dawn, makes breakfast for the entire family. What many fail to see in this story is that this woman is a business owner, entrepreneur, co-worker, a co-owner, that is, not a co-worker. She's a co-owner of a lot of land, a large house. She has girls working for her. She's a great negotiator. She's a wise investor. She's into real estate. She works all day and all night. She's not lazy. She works harder than anybody. But unlike these wealthy politicians of today, she gives to the poor and is very sensitive to their needs. She's like the ant in Proverbs chapter 6, who goes and gathers during the summer to prepare for the winter. She ensures that everybody in her house has winter coats and warm beds. And this woman is a seamstress, and apparently she is a classy lady who knows how to paint the town red or purple, a mixture of red and blue associated with the rich and the royalty. This virtuous woman husband is well known in the city or town. He may be a philanthropist just like her, and people really admire him partly because of her. He sits among civic leaders in the council, and whenever they compliment him, he turns their attention to his wife. You look nice, Brother Jones. Thank you. That suit is nice. Yes. That hair is nice. Thank you. Thank my wife. Your wife? Yes. My wife picked out this suit. My wife picked out the pattern and the color. My wife is the one that paid for my hairdo. My wife told me I look nice and with my gold teeth. I'm looking good for her. But thank you for your compliment. When does she get any rest though? Right. She wore out, ain't she? Your teaching tonight led me to the role of the female lion. The lioness ambush or cap. Yes. Women, please stay covered to protect you. That's good. Man, boy, when speaks, I listen. She is a visionary who never worries about recessions, depressions, or the stock market crashes, for she always many steps ahead of the game. She never wastes words. Whenever she speaks, it's like old E.F. Hutton commercial. When E.F. talks, people listen. She has the fruit of the Spirit, and she is good at taking inventory around the house to make sure they never run out of anything. Whenever this woman walks in the room, her children stand. Her children stands and acknowledge her, and her husband praises her. C7 not only loves her husband, but first and foremost, she fears the Lord, and her lifestyle reflects the fact. All right, got 3 more paragraphs and I'm done. All right, clock keeper, 3 more paragraphs. Out of all the women men desire, from girl A to girl D, there is only one who surpasses them all. This girl, C7, I call her. These other women try to use charm, which can be deceptive. Others spend a lot of time in the mirror putting on products to impress, which don't last. Girl A, girl B, and girl D are likened unto those women in the days of Noah, temporary and superficial. The man who loves girl C will literally give up his life for her. He'll give up his life for her, as Christ gave his life for the church, Ephesians 5:25. She is his eternal life. Notice how in the movies or in real life, unfaithful men will leave their C7 to go play with others. Notice, he'll leave his C7 to go play with others. If I had creative license over the prodigal son's parable, I'd say he went chasing after girl A, girl B, and girl D and lost everything to them. He found himself running back to girl C7 because he realized he already had everything he needed. And she willingly took him back. Oh, Lord, I felt that in my shando. Now, I'm not saying all you C7s out there got to take the men back, depending on what he did. But this chick right here, she forgave him. Girl C7 has the playful sexual satisfaction of girl A. Ooh, I tell you, she knows how to twist and turn in the bed, y'all. This girl right here will rock his world. Oh, sorry, I got to calm this down. All right. She's the greener grass on the other side of the fence. An arm candy of girl B. She fine when she walk away. She fine when she coming. She fine when she laying down. When she's taking a bath. She fine when she drinking water. She fine when she brushing her teeth. She fine when she over the stove of slaving. She fine. Understand? When she's slobbing at the mouth and got the curlers in the hair, she's still fine. It just out of her skin. Right? She's the keeper of the castle, nurturers of his children, balancer of the budget, and kisser of all the wounds. Ooh, this girl right here of girl C. She's the exotic fantasy and the risk taker of girl D. Girl C7 is his multivitamin. Yet she's not just his supplement. She is his appetizer. She's his appetizer, his main course, and his dessert. The 4 women that men desire. Go to Amazon.com right now and get the book. And leave me a comment if you already got the book. Leave me a review. Will you please? Will you please leave a review on Amazon? That's the girl. That's the show. And that's my time. All right. If you're on YouTube, take your C7 Gloria thumb and smash the like button and turn it purple. See what I did? Turn that thing purple. All right. And if you saw the thumbs down, well, that's Delilah. That Delilah. Okay. You on Facebook, go ahead and share it, will you please? I love y'all. Ain't nothing you can do about it. See, we did it. It's 9 o'clock. I would usually be coming on around this time. All right. But I'm done. My work is already done. I'm finished. I accomplished my goal. The first night, y'all, was that too bad? See, was it all right? I know the 150 people ain't here because I'm an hour earlier, but they'll come later and just rub it in their face and let them know you missed it. Show's over. It's over. He went to bed. He eating and he thinking about Gloria. Gloria, Gloria, my Gloria. After A, B, and D, no, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. All right. Yes. Yeah. What y'all saying here? I missed all y'all stuff. I ain't got time to read it because the show's over. That was my dad. Always acknowledge my mom. Yeah, come on, Andrea. I believe that. So she has to bring home the bacon. Fry up the pan. And then I'm going to tell you that something you're my man. I don't know. It's a great song. The lioness is the hunter and will fight till the death to protect the king. Yep, the issue is she's sharing the king with the other lionesses. Thank you, Pitts. I didn't want to bring that up. Notice I didn't bring that up in the book. I didn't make that correlation in the book. She is the woman, church. The husband, Christ, is looking for. Come on, Donald Talley. Got the last say. Gotta go. Listen, the British woman want to tell y'all about the book. And get it when you want to get the opportunity. I see y'all tomorrow. Maybe. Not sure yet. We'll figure it out. Hey, Nakia, you all right? You late? We gone. Bye.
Girl A. Sex is her superpower. This woman got skills, but adds no value to him. Girl B. Her brains and beauty is her birthright. She's his eye candy and his arm piece. Girl C. She's his mama, his teacher, his better half, his soulmate, and the apple of his eye. Girl D. She's dangerously desperate. She's his thin line between love and hate, and his fatal attraction. All that and more in the 7-volume book series, The Men's Chronicles, A Woman's Guide to Men by Sirwalterj. Volume 1 is entitled The 4 Women That Men Desire. Go to Amazon.com today for your copy.
Goodbye. 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 Enjoy yourself. Bye. Goodbye. 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 Bye. Well, goodbye. 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 Goodbye.
Right, Mr. Walters?